Hello, my name is Steve Rowan. I'm a managing partner at RSR Research, and I'm also the co-author of one of our latest reports entitled Location Intelligence in Retail, The Power of Where. And what I'd like to do today is just very briefly walk you through one of the most key findings from that research. So, if you've read an RSR research report, you know that we break everything out into this format that we call the BOOT. It's an acronym, and B stands for business challenges, and O stands for opportunities. And one of the things that we find consistently is that the best retailers are able to convert those challenges into opportunities. So what I want to share with you today comes from the opportunities section of the report. And some of the things that we talk about is the fact that all retailers, regardless of where they are in the world, how big they are, how small they are, or what they're selling, are indeed pinpointing the value prop behind location intelligence analytics. Quite simply, they want to know where consumers are and the way they're behaving when they're in those places. Unfortunately, they do appear to be somewhat eyes wide closed to the risk that comes with a lot of the privacy and security around these types of information, particularly when getting them from consumers' beloved mobile devices. They have some challenges internally, and that's something we talk about quite a bit in the business challenges of the full report. But one of the goals, one of the opportunities that comes out of that is the ability to optimize their operations. Internally, retailers have self-identified quite a few ways that they can make this road a little bit easier for themselves to really seize on the opportunity itself. And throughout the report, they show us that their views here are actually fairly compelling, that they kind of want to break the way that it's always been around mass merchandising as soon as possible. So as promised, let's share one data point that really sang loud and clear to us. And that's when we asked retailers to self-identify what do you think are the top 3 opportunities for these types of new technologies, for location intelligence, to contribute to your company's overall success? And in these top 2 data points, more targeted marketing and better store site selection, you can see that everyone sort of is in agreement, right? We have retail winners. Those are quite simply retailers who are already outperforming the norm. They and everyone else sort of meet and see eye to eye as it relates to marketing and better store site selection. Where this chart becomes interesting is everything after that. So from the 3rd bullet point down, we see a very different worldview of where the opportunity for location intelligence or location analytics are. So for example, the 3rd data point down, winners want to look at their store layout. They want to figure out how consumers are moving throughout the store and then optimize the store to meet that behavior. That's a really clever and up until now difficult thing to ascertain. These types of technologies and the type of information that consumers are throwing off at all times makes that a lot more feasible. They also want to know about how they can drive sales through marketing based on where someone is, whether they're in the store, whether they're maybe in the parking lot, maybe they're on their way to the store. Obviously, the sophistication as it grows from year to year enables more and more of that marketing to be relevant. And as consumers, that's the one thing we all want, right? If you're going to market to me, please make sure that it's relevant. And they want to make sure that their promotions are much more profitable. Again, these are all things that the best retailers are looking at in an inordinate way to everyone else. Where this sort of starts to break down is when we get to the supply chain operation, to the better positioning of displays in store, to the improved merchandise plan localization, and to correlating traffic analysis with store performance. Those are things that both average and lagging retailers have zeroed in on as the way that they're going to use these technologies. Who's right? Who's wrong? Only time will tell. It's early days so far. But typically one of the things that we find throughout our research is that if you want to be a winner, tend to follow the behavior that they're exuding already. So that's just one of the many data points. I think there's about 25 charts within the full report. The link is right here at the bottom. And if you would care to download it, it's available for free to everyone. And we would love it if you read it. Thank you so much.